This is another worst deaths imaginable, and I didn't even know that this was something that could happen. Viewer discretion is advised. This is also something that happened to a toddler. It was the day before Mother's Day in 1992, just outside of Oceanside, California, which is actually my hometown. And this occurred along the I-5. A mother and her 3-year-old son, Ramon Prado Jr., were on a Fronteras minibus. I don't know if this is exactly what it looked like back then. This is just a more recent one. As they were going down the freeway, all of a sudden, the rear tire of the minibus explodes as it's going at, full speed. And this next part, I don't know what this means. But according to the stories, the snake-like steel tire treads, I'm not sure what those are. I can't find any photos of them. But when the tire exploded, these steel-like treads pierced through the floor of the minibus, creating a hole in the bus. These tire treads then somehow managed to wrap around the 3-year-old boy just enough to yank him off of his mother's lap. He was fast asleep when this occurred. It then took him and dragged him through the hole underneath the bus. And then he was tragically run over by the 11,000-pound bus. And then another car, who could not get out of the way fast enough, also ran over the 3-year-old boy. He and his family were just coming home from a trip to Mexico, and they were going back to their home in Santa Ana, California. They were going to be home just in time for Mother's Day. But unfortunately, this particular mother would be grieving. The whole family would be grieving. No one really understands how this happened. This is something that shouldn't happen. So apparently this company back then was only required to submit 2 of their vehicles. They had 17 or 18 minibuses, but only 2 a year for their inspections. And if those 2 pass, the rest of the buses basically got a pass as well. Well, it turns out after this incident, the buses were inspected, and there were a couple of them that were considered unsatisfactory. Poor maintenance records, poor driving records, poor condition overall of the buses. I can't see anywhere that if there were lawsuits or anything like that. It doesn't sound like it was the driver's fault. The tire just exploded. Just kind of out of nowhere. And without knowing for sure the condition of the tire prior, obviously you would have to assume it was not in great condition, but they also don't know for sure. I hope this 3-year-old boy didn't feel anything. It all happened so fast. I have to imagine he was alert at least for a few seconds. And I couldn't even imagine the fear.